right, ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Hi, and welcome to the Nerdy Psychologist Book Club.
Get ready to explore the psychology behind your favorite YA novels.
I'm Brandi Hawk, a trauma psychologist and proud book nerd.
And I'm Deanna Boys, a psychology expert and fellow book nerd.
Let's discuss our favorite heroes and villains, why they do what they do, and what that means for us. Welcome to the club. Today, we are going to continue our discussion of Sunrise on the Reaping. For those of you new to the podcast, every month we'll read one book. This month, it's Sunrise on the Reaping. And we'll spend each week discussing a different character within the book. And then we'll start it all again the next month. Deanna, would you tell us a little bit about this book?
Let's get into it. So Sunrise on the Reaping is set in the fictional world of Panem, and if you have read any of the Hunger Games books, you will know what that means. But it's a dystopian future where what is the United States is split into different districts with kind of being controlled by this place called the Capitol. And in punishment for prior bad acts and prior wars and rebellions and whatnot, the districts are basically being told by the Capitol that they need to send their children into a blood bath arena called the Hunger
horrible.
Games. Yeah, it's pretty dystopian. And Sunrise on the Reaping follows one of the characters who is Hamish Abernathy, who is in one of the poorest districts called District 12 and is reaped illegally, poorly, awfully. Horribly. And reaping is basically being chose, but it's also being reaped because they're all going to go die. But yeah, so we're picking up and talking about Sunrise and the Reaping. And I want to talk about Effie today.
Oh, love
and
that.
I am wearing my tribute to Effie. I do love her and her fashion sense because fashion is power. But in true book club fashion, let's drink.
Love this. What do we have today?
We have some fun. I was trying to figure out to call them like the Effie or the Effie Trinkett or the Trinket. I really never came up with it, but they're really fun.
I think the Trinket is perfect. Okay.
Ooh, I think like the Pop Rocks went in there.
They did.
Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't really. This just got me very excited. Okay, but so the Trinket, yay! That's a fun one. Okay, but cheers. It's very cold. Cheers. And for those of you who are interested in this recipe that we came up with,
Ooh, that is delicious.
That is actually really good. You know what it reminds me of is a grape otter pop.
It does remind me of a grape otter pop
from like my childhood.
But much more delicious than a grape otter pop.
Much more delicious. More alcoholic.
Are there sparkles in here?
There are.
I love this.
It's got like purpley glitter, silver glitter. Recipes in the Patreon.
And it is crackling in my ear.
Because there's Pop Rocks in it. Yay!
Love that. Love it.
Very, very nerdy of us. But this is actually really good.
It's very good.
Oh man, and dangerous. It tastes like an otter pop.
It does.
But in honor of Effie with her lavender hair, because she comes onto the scene, just bursts into the room because she takes over. So, should I give some context about that?
Yeah.
So
who is Effie?
Yeah. Who is Effie? Effie's a Capitol resident.
Okay.
We've met her, if you are familiar with the Hunger Games, you've met her before. She is the District 12, escort.
Yes.
But in Sunrise on the Reaping, we just meet her for the very first time. She is young, she's hip, she's cool.
She's like the cool big sister, right?
She's the cool big sister of Prosperina, who is she is set up to help with the fashion, right? With Magno, I think, right?
Yeah, I think she is actually one of the makeup artists.
Makeup artist, that's what she is.
And then she is worried that she's going to get a bad grade, right?
Yeah.
Because she is a student and she's doing the makeup for the kids for a grade in school. And she is not concerned about the fact that these children are going to die.
Well, no, yeah, because that's not. She's worried about her
She's worried
grade.
about her grade, right?
Obviously, yeah.
So this is a little entry into the psyche of the Capitol.
Yeah.
That they're going to care more about their grade than about these children dying.
Yeah. Like we should probably talk about that. But let's get into why she comes into the room. Like,
okay.
So Effie comes in to take over, to help Prosperina, because Prosperina calls her crying. Because, like, in the scene, the children that are being sent off to slaughter don't have their outfits and don't look ready for camera, basically. How dare they?
How dare they?
They're gonna give me a bad grade, like Prosperina is worried about. So she calls her big sister. Effie Trinkett comes in with a whirlwind. She's got lavender hair and like what Hamish calls a grape gumball dress, which I really did try to find to wear. I was like, I want to be a grape gumball.
I don't even know what that would look like, but I love it.
Yeah, and then like green checkered stockings, I think is what it was, which makes me think of like, like the old Vans checker thing. Sounds ugly as hell, but also lovely. But she comes in and she's just immediately kind of like takes charge, has all these fun clothes for them to wear, and kind of is a little bit of like a plant for understanding the Capitol at least for the children that are there for Hamish and his thing. So it's a little bit like we kind of get to see a glimpse of who the Capitol is with Effie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before we dive into what I want to talk about with Effie,
okay.
Do you think she is a hero or a villain?
But I love her outfits.
I mean, villains can have pretty awesome outfits.
Yeah.
So can heroes.
That's true. That is a really good question. I don't know if she plays either one of those parts in this book, in my opinion. I think that's something that we deal with understanding, like, I don't know, why people do the things they do and when they're put in different positions. So she's only knows what she knows. I don't know.
It's a hard question.
Like, it's hard because Snow, if you haven't watched or listened to our last one, please go and listen to Snow, the Snow episode. But Snow is evil.
For sure.
Like,
he is the villain.
The evil villain. He is actively out there murdering people and seemingly loving it. Effie is doing a lot of things that she wouldn't do probably to her friends or people that she loves. But it's her job.
Yeah. So she's kind of, and she's not a hero.
Yeah,
either,
she's
right?
not a hero. She's not a hero.
Is the hero.
Yeah.
Hamish, Maisley, all of our favorite characters are the heroes. So she's not a villain. She's not a hero. She's kind of like the normal person. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Because I think most of the time in our lives, we don't think, right, I'm the hero or I'm the villain.
I do have main character energy problems, though.
I mean, we often think that we're the hero. That's true.
We're the hero in our own story.
But when we look around at our peers, at our family, we don't often see them as heroes or villains. And we say like, oh, they're normal. And so like, we don't see their choices as falling on one side or the other. But I feel like that is problematic at times.
Oh, yeah. All right. Elaborate. I'm getting Pop Rocks everywhere.
Okay. So I want to talk about the concept of cognitive dissonance.
Oh, I see where you're going with this. Okay.
So cognitive dissonance is what happens when your beliefs don't match your behaviors, right? So everyone throughout our days, we have beliefs, we have values, and we have behaviors. Those are the things that we do. And when those things line up, we're feeling good, right? We feel like we can be main characters. We feel like we're doing good things. Our behaviors are aligned with our values. Cognitive dissonance comes to play when something happens and we learn new information that calls our beliefs into question. And when our beliefs are called into question, then we have to deal with this cognitive dissonance or this like internal negative energy, like, oh my goodness, I can't handle what's happening because our behaviors are now contradicting this new information. And people are not good at living with dissonance.
Oh, no, they're not.
Right? It doesn't feel good when we feel icky inside. And so what we do is we either have to change our behaviors or change our beliefs so that they can be aligned again. And unfortunately, the easiest thing to do is to change your beliefs.
Yeah.
Because changing behavior is really hard.
Really hard.
And so we tend to change our beliefs and make them even stronger so that we can justify our behaviors.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, like, have you ever seen this happening?
Yeah. I have. Yeah. Yeah. Real life all the time. Yeah.
But you can.
But talking about someone who actively knows.
I've seen this in my life.
I've seen this in my life, and someone who actively sees their beliefs being changed based on something that, like, because you have a lot of competing things with beliefs. Like, there's beliefs about certain things that might not match with something. So, like, I might think that I believe in something, but I also need to get paid and I need to do my job.
Yeah.
And so you might do things in the course of your job that don't align with your values because your drive to get paid gets or drive for acceptance, maybe, too.
Acceptance, desire not to rock the boat.
Yeah, not to rock the boat.
For consistency and comfort.
Comfort, yeah.
Yeah.
I see that a lot in people that I know.
Yeah, so you've got these beliefs, but what you're being told to do at work don't align with those beliefs. And so you either need to make a choice to change your behaviors and go against what the people at work want you to do.
Which can cause a myriad of different problems.
I mean, it can get you fired,
yeah,
right?
Like, it can literally get you fired.
There's so many problems that can come with that. Or you can shift your beliefs to say that you are doing what you need to do.
Yeah.
Right. And so, right, the most common example of cognitive dissonance is a smoker, right? So when you're a smoker, you believe this is fine, right? Like, I feel better, right? Common beliefs. Smoking makes me feel better. It helps me relax. I'm cooler. Like, there's lots of beliefs around that. It's not that big of a deal. And then the behavior is you smoke, right? Yeah. And so when those things are aligned, you're feeling good. And then if you're my father, your 9-year-old comes home and tells you, did you know that smoking's bad for you?
Your dad knew.
He totally knew, but I told him.
Of course you did. That fits you so well.
So you come home and you say, smoking's bad for you. You're going to get cancer. I learned these things, right? And now he has to live with that cognitive dissonance, right? Like, he knew already.
Your poor father. My mom smoked too, so I had very similar. I for sure came home and was like, I for sure did something very similar.
I think it's super common, right? Yeah. But then they have to live with this dissonance of, like, my kid thinks that what I'm doing is going to harm me. Also, like, research. But my kid,
also it is.
My kid thinks this is going to harm me, but I still want to do it, right? So either they have to give up smoking to align with this new information, or they need to double down on their beliefs and explain it.
Like, no, child.
Yeah. You don't understand. Like, I only smoke this much.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Like, minimizing.
I only do it over here, or the research isn't real. Like, it's more, there's more going on than what they're saying, right? Or just at the end of the day, like, yeah, you're right, and I really enjoy smoking, so I'm just going to keep doing it because I think it's more important. That was my mom's
tactic. Was like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And then she's like, we're all going to die one day.
Yeah, that we're all going to die one day. That's a common thing that comes up. so that you can reinforce this idea that your behavior is okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And people do it all the time.
Because that really messes with your ego. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a good person. I do good things.
Yes.
And I do good things for myself. Like, I don't do things that are harming me. There are people that like to harm themselves, but whatever, like self-sabotage.
Right. But in terms of cognitive dissonance, we're not talking about the self-sabotage, right? So let's talk about this with Effie.
Yes, let's talk about that.
Because this comes up, and, nerd that I am,
Don't worry, we have our books.
I have all my things. So I want to talk about what that initial belief is, right? So Effie has an initial belief and initial behaviors. We don't necessarily hear in Effie's words what her initial belief is, a little bit. But we back up a little bit further and we can understand what the whole capital thinks of the tributes. So on page 96, we hear from Wyatt that he says, I guess for starters, he's talking about what he wants people to know about him, right? I guess for starters, by reminding the audience that we're human beings, the way they talk about us, piglets, beasts. They called my fingernails claws. You saw how those kids outside the gym looked at us, like they think of us as animals, and they think of themselves as superior, so it's okay to kill us.
Yes, which is how you squash that cognitive dissonance. If you can villainize the person that you're trying to murder, because they're all getting murdered. Like, if you villainize them, they need it. It's for the greater good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they're not even people, right?
Yeah, they're not even people. It's fine.
It's not murder if they're not people.
There's so many things I could talk about. Not with the book, but with real life.
So let's go through Effie, and then I want to hear all about the real life, right? So this is how the Capitol thinks about them. A little bit later, you described how Effie comes in, right? And so on page 172, she describes, like, I have to come in. I have to do this, right? And she says, I'm not going to let my baby sister fail because some slacker didn't do his job, right? Mm-hmm. And then she goes on to say, listen, everybody, there is something bigger than you and me happening here. As we all know, the Hunger Games are a sacred ceremony of remembrance for the dark days. A lot of people lost their lives to guarantee peace and prosperity for our nation. And this is our chance. No, it is our duty to honor them. So tell me your thoughts on where Effie's belief system is.
She's just like, I drink that Kool-Aid and I love it. Mm-hmm. This is our duty. It's our sacred thing. Like this is my calling in life too. Mm-hmm. It's very intertwined with her identity as like this. And I think there's another part in the book that talks about like, oh, well, Effie was really cool at school.
Yes.
She was in charge of certain things. Like she was, I think Proserpina, she's like, oh yeah, she like did that whole dance all by herself. So like it aligns with this like, very like insular world where they're all like paying attention to each other and stuff. But I'm special. Mm-hmm. And I'm special because I believe in this. And I have all these like, I am loved by the capital. I'm loved by the power and is the be, kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And she's never experienced anything different, right? This is her first time ever interacting with tributes.
Oh, good point.
Right. So she is not part of the Hunger Games program yet. Yeah. This is her entry into it. And so she's only ever been at school where she learned the tributes are animals, right? The districts are terrible. The Hunger Games are our duty. She's surrounded by other people who think the same thing as her, right? Mm-hmm. So we can't really fault her for these beliefs because they are what she was given.
To fault her.
Well, I know. I mean, you want to fault people who have beliefs that are incorrect.
Yeah.
But she doesn't know any different at this point.
Yeah.
Right. And so these are her beliefs.
Yeah.
And then her behavior is she's going to address the tributes.
Yeah. She's like, I'm going to do this for my duty.
Right.
To king and country.
Yep. I'm going to do this. It's my duty. I'm going to help my sister.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure that they look great because that's going to reflect well on me as well.
Yeah.
So she's dressing the tributes. Then she gets some new information.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So new information comes in two ways. First, she is cleaning up. So she's done with the makeup, done dressing them, and they're cleaning up. And her makeup box falls.
Oh, yes.
And
Okay.
spills everywhere. This is on
Love it.
page 174. It cracks open and tubes of color roll across the burnt orange carpet. Hamish is saying, I lean over and collect them, returning it all to Effie, who looks surprised. Thank you, Hamish, she says. That was very considerate, especially given your circumstances. So what's this new information that she's getting?
They are human. They're human beings. They're not just little piglets. They're not little animals. They're human.
They're humans.
Yeah. And they're like me.
And they can be kind.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Like when I was thinking about this and thinking about like, I talked to you about this earlier, like putting my head in the place of a capital. And I'm like, oh, being like Effie, you are only indoctrinated a certain way. And sometimes you have to do some unlearning.
Mm-hmm.
There's things that you learn about people that you're like, oh, that was a sweeping generalization. Maybe I shouldn't have thought that,
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's so young. So she's just like, yeah, this is, I didn't know they were normal.
I didn't know they were people, that they could be nice. It's surprising. Right. And that sort of speaks to that need to interact with the people that you are afraid of or othering, right? Because she would have never gotten that if she didn't interact with them.
And it's interesting too, because like, because of who she is, she might have much more of an open mind.
Why?
I think she's just like, maybe it could be I might be projecting or picking up on the way what's her face played her in the movies.
There's that.
But like the way that she is portrayed is like, she's not blank slate, but she's not like, it's like maybe it's a very white woman way. Now we're gonna go deep into like my little white woman head here, but like she's not, it shouldn't seem malicious or like doesn't look at them as, she might probably view them as beasts and piglets. But
I don't
like
think so.
Drusilla does.
I think this is when she doesn't. Like this is the start of the change that you see later.
Drusilla is the actual like escort, and she's just an awful human being.
Yeah, she's terrible. She literally hits them.
Yeah, like actually hits them, calls them pigs. Yeah,
it's very bad.
But there is a contrast there, like someone who is like grizzled in their long-term hatred of dealing with them. And looking down on them, and she's like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
She's new. She's open to something new happening because it's her first experience.
Yeah.
And I think the first time that we meet someone from another group or the first time that we have new information come to us, we are most receptive to it.
Yeah.
Because it's the first time.
Yeah.
So she has this little light bulb moment. A few hours later, on page 187.
Let's go.
We are in the middle of the interviews with Caesar Flickerman. And Lulu, who remember is not Llewellyn.
No, she's not.
She's not Llewellyn.
It's Luella. Did you know Llewellyn when you were growing up?
I did know Llewellyn.
This makes so much sense. I was like, this is the third time I've corrected you.
You can't. Luella.
It's okay. My mom is Luann. So like I've been calling her Luann, which is also concerning. I should probably work on that.
That's hilarious. Okay, so Lulu is not Luella. She is some poor kid from a random district who has been taken and physically transformed to look like Luella.
Can we talk about that for just like a quick second? Yeah. Like, and everyone has to just go along with it.
Right?
That's insane.
This is not this person.
Yeah. They're like, here you go. Here's Luella back. Lulu, you know? And like, can you imagine like someone that you were just like living with? Just
that you loved, that you loved for your whole life.
Your whole life just comes back with a different face basically.
But same face.
That's what's creepy. That's what's so creepy. How did they do that?
Plastic surgery.
Oh, okay.
right? They did plastic surgery. They turned her into Luella, and they implanted something in her brain so that
she has to. I feel bad now that I'm thinking about it because like I had very much had like the mindset that they just slapped her face. Like, I love this idea of plastic surgery way better than how my mind was going.
No, it was definitely plastic surgery.
Like, no, they just sewed her face on there.
No.
Like, which I thought would have been terrifying. I'm sorry. This makes so much more sense.
That is so terrifying.
Listen, why do you think I was having nightmares? This book is terrifying.
I mean, yes, but not for that.
Oh my God, can you imagine though? But like, okay, plastic surgery makes way more sense. Let me just have some more drink.
So this poor little girl is in an interview, and she's got this thing in her brain that is like literally causing her pain if she acts out of line. But she's got this snake around her. I love this image.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
I love Lulu with her snake. And she's like, I'm in power. And then she starts saying, as if on cue, the snake hisses in a woman's jewel-studded face, and Lulu growls, "You'll murder us. You'll murder us." If the sight of this strange little girl wrapped in a snake amused them, her attack on the Capitol does not. Gasps and sounds of disapproval rise from the audience, but she persists. "You'll murder us. You'll murder us." Her pitch gets higher and higher, and the effect is chilling. "You'll murder us." The facade of fun vanishes. She begins to crawl along the edge of the stage, singling out front row ticket holders and shouting, "You, you, you, you." So she is not showing with her, kindness that they're wrong. She is point blank telling them, "You are murdering us."
Good for her.
I know. I love that. Yeah. I love that scene so much.
It's a good for her moment, memes. Sorry. Chronically Online. But yes. Like, the book does not go into how they find the person for Luella. Like,
right.
It's probably some rivals. Actually, I think she's from District 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, they find someone in District 11 and said, okay, you. Same thing like
probably someone creating problems.
Yeah, someone's kid.
Yeah. And so she's there and she's confronting them, right? So now Effie and the whole Capitol, but we're talking about Effie.
Yeah.
Effie now has this information. Haymitch is a kind human, and she is being yelled at that she is murdering these children.
Yeah.
And so now she is experiencing cognitive dissonance.
Yeah.
And the book obviously doesn't talk about this at all. We don't know anything about her experience. But I can only imagine if I was her, I would be feeling like my whole body would be like shaking internally and be trying to figure out like, I don't understand.
But I'm not the bad person.
I'm not bad.
But I'm a cheerleader. No, sorry.
Yeah, like I'm not the bad person. I'm a good person. But you're getting this information that is strongly conflicting.
Yeah.
Your idea of yourself.
Yeah. Okay, like putting yourself in Effie's shoes.
Mm-hmm.
This comes up sometimes when I see awful things online and I'm getting told like you're the one.
Mm-hmm.
And like internalizing that doesn't feel great at first. And people often they're dismissive, So Effie doesn't completely dismiss it.
Not completely. Right. So we can respond to cognitive dissonance with a extreme dismissal of they're wrong. That's not true.
Yeah.
I don't believe you. Right. Like we can totally ignore and gaslight.
Yeah.
Right. And say, you are incorrect.
And for those of you out there who misuse gaslight, let's talk about what gaslighting is.
Oh, please.
I know it's not what we're talking about, but I feel like people misuse it all the time. Like, you're gaslighting me by me telling you something that's real.
True.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no, okay, great, I am. But gaslighting is from that movie where like they're turning it's a husband and wife, and the wife is being told that like, oh, she's going, hey, it's dark in here, and her husband's going, no, it's not, and he's turning on the gas lights, and that's where it comes from. But it's literally being told like, hey, I'm saying this to you, and you say, no, it's not, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not telling someone truth and them like saying I don't like you. It's telling someone truth that is actually really
actual, like, you know, objective as much as we can.
Objectively true.
Objectively true.
And then saying, I don't know why you think that.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. That's not what I'm seeing.
Right. So we can respond to cognitive dissonance with that.
Yeah. That is a very common one. You mentioned one like being dismissive and just being like, they're obviously misinformed.
Yeah. I'm better than them. Therefore, whatever they're saying or doing can't be true.
That's another thing, because like there is the intersection of your identity, of your superiority that does come into play, because she already has that.
Yeah, she's for sure like, I am better than you.
Yeah, especially with her lavender hair.
I mean, she is not better than them.
She's not better than them.
She has more colors than them.
She does have more colors than them. We love that for her.
So she has got to be dealing with cognitive dissonance.
Yeah.
From this moment until after the games.
After the games. Should we go into that?
We should. So here is where we see what Effie does with her cognitive dissonance. So on page 338 is the part that I see, right? Is that
we're getting real far in the book, y'all.
we're getting really far.
Really hope that this is spoilers for you. I'm just kidding. Not spoilers.
I mean, huge spoiler, Haymitch won.
Haymitch won.
Haymitch won. And then he has to go to this victory ceremony. And beforehand, he is being just treated horribly.
Yes. He got like 2 weeks where he had to like go.
He was caged in a room.
Yeah.
It's very bad. He shows up at this victory ceremony, and Effie is there. No one else is there.
It was so interesting.
That just she showed up.
She showed up.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, Effie, right?
Not even her little sister. Rude.
And the peacekeepers are telling her, go away, like, don't be here. And she says, no, I am going to be here. He's a victor. He deserves this. And then on 338, we see Haymitch says to her, or he says, I feel grateful to Effie. And then he says to her, I won't hurt you. And she says, I know that. I've known who you are ever since you helped with my makeup box, and I know your position could not have been easy. It's surprisingly touching. Thanks, Effie. And it would be great if it ended there.
It would be so great. It does not.
But then there's another line. But they really are for the greater good, the Hunger Games.
Double down.
And now she's lost me. Me too. She's lost me too.
I know. Poor Haymitch. Yeah. I mean, that is what people do. They'll show you like a kernel of humanity, I think is a good term for it. A kernel of humanity. Like, you know, seeing me and empathy and seeing me as a real human being. And then their belief system will just come right back in and be like, no, but your beliefs say this.
Yeah. And she doubled down, right? Because she's not going to let go of this knowledge that she has that Haymitch is a good person.
Yeah.
Right? She's learned that. He won.
He can still be a good person.
He can be a good person, but now it's not just that the Hunger Games are our duty. The Hunger Games are for the greater good.
Yes, because then that's really hard to break down.
Yeah.
And to parse apart for people.
Because suddenly it doesn't matter if you're a good person or not, because even if you are a good person, I still need to do this thing, and I'm still right in my behavior of doing this thing. And the fact that she's integrating her beliefs, right? This new information. She did not just dismiss it. She did not say, oh, that's a one-off and Haymitch really is a bad person who just like made a mistake being nice.
Which is actually too evident that she shows up.
Right.
She totally just shows, she cares enough. It's because it's not even about her sister's grade anymore.
Nope. It's about him.
It's about him and a little bit about the perception of the greater good. And I did my duty.
Yeah. So
behaviors can have multiple effects. and still come from a good place, sort of.
I mean, I think that that's where we fall into problems, though, right? Is that we see the good place that it's coming from.
Yeah.
And so we allow the behaviors to happen.
Such a good point. It's like intent and harm.
Right.
Like, even though you didn't intend this to happen, it still caused harm, and you still need to take accountability when it happens.
Right.
Like, and that sucks. It doesn't feel good to people. People are like, no, but I didn't paved the, what's it called? Like, the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I think is dismissive, but whatever.
Yeah, I think that like this happens all the time. It happens in my life, right? Like I experience cognitive dissonance. We all do.
Yeah.
When we have a belief, we have something that we're like, this is important to me. This is true. And then we get new information and it means we have to change our behaviors and acknowledge we were wrong.
Let's talk about like with this, because as you're talking about this, you rarely have people actively say to you, you know, I don't agree with this. It doesn't align with my goals and my behaviors and my core values, but I'm still doing it. You don't hear that very often. Mostly people just do the thing.
Right.
And they expect you to get in line. So there's this like implicit submission to like things that comes into play that is a very big part of the book and a very big concept of where Suzanne Collins started with that.
Yeah.
Have you ever had anyone say that to you? Even though this doesn't align with my values, I'm still doing it.
I mean, as a psychologist, yes.
Yeah.
Right. Like that's
you
part
all the time, right?
That's part of therapy is helping our clients identify their values and then being able to point out to them like, hey, you're saying this is what you value, but this is what you're doing. So like help me understand.
Yeah.
And it's important to come from a place of curiosity because there is always a reason, right? Like no one is a bad person. I've never had a client that I've been like, you're a bad person.
That's the binary of the black and white of like good and bad doesn't really work in the real world.
But I find that people, when you approach it with curiosity and they have to explain.
Sorry. I've had a half a drink, guys.
Half a drink. Like when you approach it with curiosity and then they explain their position, that's when they tend to be more reflective and able to say like, yeah, that is kind of weird, or I don't have a good reason for that. And as they talk through it, they're either going to start talking their belief into a change, which is sometimes what we want in therapy, right?
Yeah, like, I need to change this belief of who I am.
Right. Like I have this belief that I'm a bad person.
Such a good point. Because I'm talking about it like, you know, good to bad. And you're like, but when you're working with people, it's like you really need to sometimes help them move from bad to good or bad to like neutral, really.
Yeah. A person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I have good and bad in me, right? But I'm not a bad person. So for them, we're really trying to shift that belief to match behaviors, right? We're pointing out all the behaviors that show that they're a good person and then helping them use those behaviors to shift the belief. So we're really using cognitive dissonance to support
against
growth.
Itself.
But the problem comes with like people like Effie who really are using it to double down on their behaviors.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So no good answer.
No good answer. We can still like Effie. And I said this last time and I'm saying it again. I just love how the characters are so rich and full and represent so many things that we can kind of see in ourselves and like align with. And she's on like 5 pages.
Yeah, she's not a huge character in this book. She's a small character.
She's a small character. And that's something like to like, not to get like too nerdy about the movies and the books and stuff, but I did like that they kind of took her character and expanded it and made it into like a different, like they took a different character and put her face on it. Yep. Just like Lulu.
Not like Lulu.
Not like Lulu. Honestly, like I'm so like embarrassed.
Not like Lulu.
I was actively like really being like, God, this is really traumatizing. I'm imagining this girl with half of, like a skin on her.
Yeah, no, that is definitely inaccurate.
Yeah, I really like this plastic surgery.
Much better.
Much better.
Okay.
But yeah, people are not good and bad. They have good and bad in them. They experience, this is a normal like thing people experience all the time.
And we have to be okay with acknowledging I'm experiencing cognitive dissonance. That means I have to think like, what is causing it? When I start to feel icky inside, rather than push it away, like, can I just understand why?
Yeah. And maybe work back towards where you thought you were going to be.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it usually means you have to find a new belief.
Yeah.
I think it's important to give people grace.
Yes.
And I like the idea of like working. What was I saying? I don't even know.
That sometimes like you have to acknowledge the icky feeling inside.
Yeah.
Right? You have to be able to say, this is happening. I can handle it. I need to understand what are my beliefs and what are my behaviors and what's causing the ickiness.
Yeah. Yeah. And own it if you want to sit in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sit in it. Sit. Stew in your juices.
Sit and stew. Yeah. And that's okay.
That's okay. It took her a couple more years to stew in her juices.
A lot of more years.
And honestly, even then.
But we love Effie.
We love Effie anyway, because she comes in and she just kind of like steals the show.
Yeah. So thank you for this wonderful discussion.
I
this
know.
was fantastic.
This is lovely.
We are not finally.
Shh.
We made it to the end.
We made it to
of
the end.
our episode. If you're still with us, thanks so much for joining.
Yes, thank you so much for coming and sitting in with our book club and getting to know. It's the first time I've ever been able to do that. Like, no, I can't even do it now. But anyway, getting to know more about cognitive dissonance and talking about Effie and drinking a very delicious drink that is on our Patreon if you are interested in the recipe. And lots of other fun stuff and useful resources and videos and stuff.
We have fun content resources that overview the topics that we're talking about. We have extra videos if you can't get enough of us and want a little bit more.
We are fun. Bloopers.
Definitely bloopers. And then also all of our amazing drink recipes, as well as a chat to be able to talk to us and talk to each other.
Yeah. I don't remember our outro, but let's do it.
Okay.
I have to pull it up. What is our outro?
Well, we've already started it.
Oh, shoot.
We're in the middle of it right now.
Okay. Well, if you had fun, join us next time. We are going to be talking about more capital residence, but like specifically, and I'm not going to say this word because I can't say this word. Can you say it?
Oh, yeah. Next time, we're going to be talking about the illusory truth effect.
Thank you, because I keep saying the illusion, which is fine. It's still part of it. But join us next week, and we're finishing up talking about Sunrise and the Reaping.
Yeah, make sure to like and subscribe and check out our Patreon. We're really excited to finish up with Sunrise on the Reaping next week. And then remember, if you want to start reading ahead, our next book is Air by Saba Tahir. Thank you all.
Thanks for coming.
And they have to explain.
Sorry. I had to have a drink, guys.
Half a drink.
Oh my gosh. I spilled some of the drink on the book and it sparkles.
Oh my gosh.
The skin of a killer Bella.
We're so excited to jump into the book, but first, a small propo.
Because, wait, is it propo or propo?
Oh, I always thought it was propo.
That makes
Bravo.
It's
Okay,
probably
maybe-
Bravo. No. I think we're leaving that in. We're absolutely leaving that in. That is great.